Here are 100 nursery rhymes. When you hear my bell, turn the page over.
Girls and boys come out to play. The moon does shine as bright as day. Come with a whoop and come with a call. Come with a goodwill or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall, a halfpenny roll will serve us all. You find milk and I'll find flour, and we'll have a pudding in half an hour.
Little Blue Ben, who lives in the glen, keeps a blue cat and one blue hen, which lays of blue eggs 10. Where shall I find the little Blue Ben? A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise bird?
The lion and the unicorn were fighting for the crown. The lion beat the unicorn all round the town. Some gave them white bread and some gave them brown, and some gave them plum cake and drummed them out of town.
Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. A diller, a dollar, a 10 o'clock scholar. What makes you come so soon? You used to come at 10 o'clock, but now you come at noon. One misty, moisty morning, when cloudy was the weather, there I met an old man, clothed all in leather. I took him by the hand and told him very plain, "How do you do? How do you do? And how do you do again?" Charlie Parley stole the barley out of the baker's shop. The baker came out and gave him a clout, which made poor Charlie hop.
I'll sing you a song, though not very long, yet I think it as pretty as any. Put your hand in your purse, you'll never be worse, and give the poor singer a penny. Oh dear, what can the matter be, dear, dear? What can the matter be? Oh dear, what can the matter be? Johnny's so long at the fair. He promised to buy me a basket of posies, a garland of lilies, a garland of roses, a little straw hat to set off the blue ribbons that tie up my bonny brown hair.
Bye, baby bunting. Daddy's gone a-hunting. Gone to get a rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in.
Up and down the city road, in and out the eagle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. Half a pound of twopenny rice, half a pound of treacle. Mix it up and make it nice. Pop goes the weasel. Every night when I go out, the monkey's on the table. Take a stick and knock it off. Pop goes the weasel. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30. Stitch it up and stitch it down, and then I'll give you 1/2 crown. See a pin and pick it up. All that day you'll have good luck. See a pin and let it lay. Bad luck you'll have all that day. Rain on the green grass and rain on the tree. Rain on the housetop, but not on me. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, and so are you.
Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning.
Gregory Griggs had 27 different wigs. He wore them up, he wore them down, to please the people of the town. He wore them east, he wore them west, but he never could tell which he loved the best. Riddle me ree. A little man in a tree. A stick in his hand, a stone in his throat. If you read me this riddle, I'll give you a groat.
To market, to buy a plum bun. Home again, market is done.
As Tommy Snooks and Bessie Brooks were walking out on Sunday, says Tommy Snooks to Bessie Brooks, "Tomorrow will be Monday." Charlie Barley, butter and eggs, sold his wife for 3 duck eggs. When the ducks began to lay, Charlie Barley flew away.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man's snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, what do you do? In April I open my bill. In May I sing all the day. In June I change my tune. In July away I fly. In August away I must. A-hunting we will go. A-hunting we will go. We'll catch a fox and put him in a box. a-hunting we will go.
Here we go, looby-loo. Here we go, looby-light. Here we go, looby-loo. All on a Saturday night. I put my right hand in. I put my right hand out. I give my right hand a shake, 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 and turn myself about.
Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for its living. But the child that's born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay.
Dance to your daddy, my little laddie. Dance to your daddy, my little lad. You shall have a fishy in a little dishy. You shall have a fishy when the boat comes in.
Fire! Fire! Said Mrs. Dyer. Where? Where? Said Mrs. Dare. Up the town, said Mrs. Brown. Any damage? Said Mrs. Gamage. None at all, said Mrs. Hall. Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle. For Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoilt his nice new rattle. Just then flew by a monstrous crow, as black as a tar barrel, which frightened both the heroes so they quite forgot their quarrel.
Wincy spider climbing up the spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. Incy Wincy spider climbed up the spout again.
Round and round the rugged rock the ragged rascal ran.
This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my drum. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home.
Upon Paul's steeple stands a tree, as full of apples as may be. The little boys of London town, they run with hooks to pull them down. And then they run from hedge to hedge, until they come to London Bridge. The man in the wilderness asked of me, how many strawberries grew in the sea? I answered him as I thought good, as many red herrings as grew in the wood. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kittens. Kits, cats, sacks and wives. How many were going to St. Ives?
Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight.
Into the basin put in the plums. Stir about, stir about, stir about. Next the good white flour comes. Stir about, stir about, stir about. Sugar and peel and eggs and spice. Stir about, stir about, stir about. Mix them and fix them and cook them twice. Stir about, stir about, stir about. Please to remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. If turnips were watches, I'd wear one by my side. If ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no work for tinkers.
Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells at Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells at Shoreditch. Pray when will that be, say the bells at Stepney. I'm sure I don't know, says the great bell at Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head.
Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, lady, baby, gypsy, queen. Betty Botter bought some butter. But, she said, the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, that would make my batter better. So she bought a bit of butter, better than her bitter butter, and she put it in her batter, and the batter was not bitter. So 'twas better Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter.
One for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret, ne'er to be told.
music stops. Turn the cassette over. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, took ill on Thursday, worse on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. This is the end of Solomon Grundy. Jerry Hall, he is so small, a rat could eat him, hat and all. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells that she sells are seashells, I'm sure. So if she sells seashells on the seashore, I'm sure that the shells are seashore shells. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day.
Up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire, down Sheet Lane to Blanket Fair.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? Two legs sat upon three legs, with one leg in his lap. In comes four legs and runs away with one leg. Up jumps two legs, picks up three legs, throws it after four legs, and makes him bring one leg back.
Christmas is coming, the geese are getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, a halfpenny will do. If you haven't got a halfpenny, then God bless you.
Three wise men of Gotham, they went to sea in a bowl. If the bowl had been stronger, my song had been longer. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All play and no work makes Jack a mere toy.
I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me.
Heaper, peeper, chimney sweeper, had a wife and couldn't keep her. Had another, didn't love her. Up the chimney he did shove her. 6 little mice sat down to spin. Pussy passed by and she peeped in. "What are you doing, my little men?" "Weaving coats for gentlemen." "Shall I come in and cut off your threads?" "No, no, Mistress Pussy. You'll bite off our heads. Oh, no, I'll not. I'll help you to spin. That may be so, but you don't come in.
Punch and Judy fought for a pie. Punch gave Judy a knock in the eye. Says Punch to Judy, will you have any more? Says Judy to Punch, my eye is too sore.
30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, excepting February alone, and that has 28 days clear, and 29 in each leap year. A cat came fiddling out of a barn, with a pair of bagpipes under her arm. She could sing nothing but fiddle-cum-fee. The mouse has married the bumblebee. Pipe, cat, dance, mouse. We'll have a wedding at our good house. I'll tell you a story of Jackanory. And now my story's begun. I'll tell you another of Jack and his brother. And now my story's done.
Little poor parrot sat in her garret, eating toast and tea. A little brown mouse jumped into the house and stole it all away.
I shot an arrow in the air. It fell to earth, I know not where. If all the world were paper, and all the sea were ink, and all the trees were bread and cheese, what should we have to drink? Mrs. Mason bought a basin. Mrs. Tyson said, "What a nice 'un!" "What did it cost?" said Mrs. Frost. "£1, said Mrs. Brown. "Did it indeed?" said Mrs. Reed. "It did for certain," said Mrs. Burton. Then Mrs. Nix, up to her tricks, threw the basin on the bricks. One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen.
Ring-a-roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down.
How many miles to Babylon? 70 miles and 10. Can I get there by candlelight? Aye, and back again. Snail, snail, put out your horns, and I'll give you bread and barley corns. Shoe the horse, shoe the horse, shoe the bay mare. Here a nail, there a nail, still she stands there.
Lavender's blue, diddle-diddle, rosemary's green. When I am king, diddle-diddle, you shall be queen.
dogs do bark. The beggars are coming to town. Some in rags, and some in tags, and one in a velvet gown. There was a bee sat on a wall. It said, "Buzz, buzz," and that was all.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Little Nancy Etticoat in a white petticoat. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows. Ladybird, ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children all gone. All but one, and her name is Anne. And she crept under the frying pan. Come, let's to bed, says Sleepyhead. Tarry a while, says Slow. Put on the pan, says Greedy Nan. Let's sup before we go.
Rock-a-bye, baby, thy cradle is green. Father's a nobleman, mother's a queen. Johnny's a drummer and drums for the king. And Betty's a lady and wears a gold ring.
Pretty maid, where have you been? Gathering a posy to give to the Queen. Pretty maid, what gave she you? She gave me a diamond as big as my shoe. Jeremiah, blow the fire. Puff, puff, puff. First you blow it gently, then you blow it rough. Dame Trot and her cat sat down for a chat. The dame sat on this side and Puss sat on that. Puss, says the dame, can you catch a rat or a mouse in the dark? Purr, says the cat. Daffy-down-dilly is now come to town, with a yellow petticoat and a green gown.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's going to buy you a mockingbird. If the mockingbird won't sing, Papa's going to buy you a diamond ring. If the diamond ring turns to brass, Papa's going to buy you a looking glass. If the looking glass gets broke, Papa's going to buy you a billy goat. If that billy goat runs away, Papa's going to buy you another today.
Little fishes in a brook. Father caught them on a hook. Mother fried them in a pan. Johnny eats them like a man.
My mother said, I never should play with the gypsies in the wood. If I did, she would say, naughty little girl to disobey.
Go to bed late, stay very small. Go to bed early, grow very tall. Young lambs to sell, young lambs to sell. If I'd as much money as I could tell, I wouldn't be crying, young lambs to sell. Go to bed first, a golden purse. Go to bed second, a golden pheasant. Go to bed third, a golden bird. Sally go round the sun, Sally go round the moon. Sally go round the chimney pots on a Saturday afternoon.
Molly, my sister, and I fell out, and what do you think it was all about? She loved coffee and I loved tea, and that was the reason we could not agree.
The man in the moon came tumbling down to ask his way to Norwich. He went by the south and burnt his mouth by eating cold plum porridge. Cross patch, draw the latch, sit by the fire and spin. Take a cup and drink it up, then call your neighbours in. Blow, wind, blow, and go, mill, go, that the miller may grind his corn, that the baker may take it and into bread make it, and bring us a loaf in the morn.
Barber, barber, shave a pig. How many hairs to make a wig? 4 and 20, that's enough. Give the barber a pinch of snuff.
Old Farmer Giles walked 7 miles with his faithful dog, Old Rover. And old Farmer Giles, when he came to the stiles, took a run and jumped clean over. The man in the moon looked out of the moon, looked out of the moon and said, "'Tis time for all children on the earth to think about getting to bed."